Okay, I'd like to show you how to go in and add armholes to a, I'm doing 8 stitches, but a 10 stitch star blanket where you can turn it into like a little cardigan or a summer pullover or that kind of thing. And it's really not difficult. Not all sides are even on the pattern, so you need to find where you do your decrease down to start going into the next section, and you know that's your bottom, okay? And that's how you know you've gotten all the way around. Alright, so when you get all the way around here, you're going to do 2 complete sides, and you're going to go ahead and do the corner. Alright, and you'll see that I have here my corner stitch marked, corner stitch marked, and corner stitch marked. Now what you'll need to do is between the corner stitch markings, you'll need to count each, and every chain stitch, okay? And I counted I think 66 on one side, 64. It varies, and what you want to do is whatever your total is, divide it by 2, and you're going to go from the bottom here and count up and mark this stitch, as you can see, okay? And so it ended up being 33 from this stitch marker. So count up to 33 and mark it, whatever your number was. And then you don't count from here on this side. You don't do that. Come from here and count up, okay? And this makes sure that if it's not exactly even, you're at least got the same amount coming in through. Okay, so what you're going to do now is you're not going to be attaching these chains, but you need to keep up with how many chains you would have been, and so you'll need a row counter. Okay, and I'm going to tell you when you need to go up row counter. And because I counted to 33, I want this thing to get to 33. Okay, so what I want to do is at this point I'm at the corner, which I normally skip my corner stitch. So what I want to do is normally I would go ahead and attach my chain now. I'm going to go ahead and hit in a 1. I'm going to go do a back and forth. So I'm going to purl one way, and I'm still going to be slipping that end stitch, okay, so that you're still getting that chain. And so if afterwards you want to add sleeves, you still have the guide of the end chain look, okay? So there's my purl, slip, and back, and that's where I would have added one of those chains in, okay? Now I'm going to add, normally I would add another chain in, click in 2. And you're going to keep doing this until you get to the number you had counted and divided by, okay? And then you go to the next chain after your marker and start adding them back in, okay? So there's my 2. That's the second one I would have added a chain to. Okay, and then we mark up again to 3 and do it again, okay? So what you want to do is you want to do however your number was. Mine was 33 when you get up to this point. When you get the counter up to 33, then what you do is you start attaching again on the next chain. See, that's the one, that's the 33. You're going to start attaching on the next chain. Attach all the way to this, do a corner, and attach all the way to here, to this one, and then you're going to start your counter over again and go to the counter end, and then go ahead and do a corner and then start attaching all the way back down. And that is how you use these markers in your row counter thing to tell you how many chains you would have used, and that opens up the hole and keeps everything nice on an even flow. So that's how you do it. You're gonna do the counter thing up until here, start the next chain attaching like you normally would, do your corner thing here up here like you normally would, keep attaching like you normally would to this one. Then you're going to start your thing you did over here to open up that here, and you're going to do that all the way to your number that you have divided. And then after you do that, you're going to go ahead and you're going to do a corner. Okay, and then you'll just attach the rest of the way down to complete the round. Okay, and that opens you up armholes to make a 10 stitch star blanket into like a cardigan or a light pullover and that kind of thing. So that's how you add armholes to your 10 stitch star blanket.